The Twitter Files Part 5 has been released, and it shows the aftermath of Trump's ban. And it's pretty interesting to see how evil the people were that were working there. Hey everyone, welcome back. So former New York Times staff editor and writer on culture and politics, Bari Weiss, released the latest set of the Twitter Files on Monday afternoon. And this one continues to cover the removal of President Trump from Twitter while he was a sitting president only days after the riot on January 6th at the Capitol. Now, Weiss says in the first one, on the morning of January 8th, President Donald Trump, with one remaining strike before being at risk of permanent suspension from Twitter, tweets twice. In the second one, she shows that at 6:46 a.m., Trump tweeted out, "The 75 million great American patriots who voted for me, America first, and make America great again, will have a giant voice long into the future. They will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form." Okay. And then in the third one in the drop, she tweets out at 7:44 a.m., Trump tweeted, "To all those who have asked, I will not be going to the inauguration on January 20th. Now, why would he? At that point, he thought that the election was stolen from him. So why would he? So Weiss went on tracking the tweets from the Oval Office in real time, recording what Trump said and what went on January 8th, the morning before he was banned from Twitter permanently. So now, at 2:36 on Eastern time on Monday, which was yesterday, okay, Elon Musk tweeted out, "Under pressure from hundreds of activist employees, Twitter deplatforms Trump, a sitting U.S. president, even though they themselves acknowledge that he didn't violate the rules." How about that? Folks, this is really something. When you think about all your leftist friends, if you have any, who said that Trump deserved to be kicked off Twitter because he was throwing nothing but misinformation and disinformation, he's an insurrectionist, and all the other garbage, all the lies about Trump, it turns out that Twitter acknowledged that Trump did nothing to get himself kicked off. This was all ideological. This wasn't even in the terms of service. And they banned him, okay? They just did it because of the radical, woke Marxist mentality that thrived at Twitter. Weiss then pointed out that for years, Twitter had resisted calls, both internal and external, to ban Trump on the grounds that blocking a world leader from the platform or removing their controversial tweets would hide important information that people should be able to see and debate. She pointed out that the same policy kept Trump on the platform despite repeated calls from both internally at Twitter and from prominent Democrats like Michelle Obama and other pundits to ban him off the platform. So the husband of the immediate former president called to have the current president banned off the platform. Now, earlier in the day, Weiss pointed out that Twitter had printed out in 2019, quote, "Our mission is to provide a forum that enables people to be informed and to engage their leaders directly." The company wrote in 2019, Twitter's aim was to protect the public's right to hear from their leaders and to hold them to account. But then after January 6th, as Matt Taibbi and Michael Schellenberger have documented, pressure grew both inside and outside of Twitter to ban Trump. Before the ban went through, there were dissenters inside Twitter, according to Weiss. Weiss then quoted an employee who was one of the dissenters who said, "Maybe because I'm from China, I deeply understand how censorship can destroy the public conversation." Whoa! Think about that. I submit to you that the woke neo-Marxists at Twitter and in the Biden administration also deeply understand how censorship can destroy the public conversation. That's why they held weekly censorship meetings with social media companies. I hope that person was in the first dozen who were fired when Musk told everyone at Twitter that the soft hop was over. He turned the lights back on and he let people know that the sane adults were back in the room. Now, remember that the FBI later came out and said that after an investigation that there was no insurrection. And remember, This was Joe Biden's FBI. Christopher Wray, who did not like Trump and didn't lift a finger to help him. I mean, not help him out of trouble, help him run the country. For example, he argued against sending federal agents into cities that were burning in 2020 when they started attacking federal property. Okay, so they came out and said, the FBI said there was no insurrection, and yet we still have elected members of Congress with big, stupid, fat D's next to their name, still saying that there was an insurrection. It would have been the first insurrection where no one brought a gun. It would have been the first insurrection where no one was trying to actively take over the government. Leftist morons think that because thousands upon thousands of people went to protest the certification of certain states because they wanted the election irregularities answered and held accountable and investigated first, they think that that was an insurrection. These are the same people that when God was giving out brains, they must have been standing in line holding a thimble. I mean, they're just not that bright, folks. These people were a bunch of millennials who don't know their ass from their elbow on constitutional matters and free speech, coming up with reasons to ban the President of the United States. I'm willing to bet that to this day, they don't understand the magnitude of what they did. Leftists never do. To them, it's just, they had to get rid of Trump and that's that. For most of these people, I truly believe that if their IQ were any lower, we would have to put them outside in the sun and water them thrice a week. All right, so that's it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being with us. Go to rpwmedia.com and read all our stories, please. We'll see you in the next one.